dokie then. So before we get started with actually going through the design and making the card, let's just quickly run through all of the materials that I'm using today. So I went to the Works I walked down to our local shopping centre and there's a Works there, so I thought I'm going to have a look and see what they've got that's going to be suitable for this project. So I hit the jackpot because they've got these fantastic embellishment packs. I got one of those with all the hearts in. There's these really cute little clay, they look a bit like sticker rock type stuff, and I think they're going to be really lovely. And then there's these big jumbo like jewels, and then the small confettis, and then we've also got 2 tubs of flowers. So this one's flowers with little dots in it, and then this one again is flowers, but they're a little bit more dished, so I think that'll be quite nice. And I'm just going to mix everything together, I think. And then I've also got these, which I've had these absolutely donkey's years. I don't know why they're all split into different boxes, because I think they're all actually the same size, but I'm going to throw a pack of those in as well, because I've never used them for nails. They're just too tiny. Look how tiny they are. How are you supposed to stick them to your nails? Anyway, you're also going to need some acetate. This is what I'm using, and this is actually, can you see that little hole there for a tag? This is actually a Cricut matte cover. So that's what I'm going to use today. If you haven't got any thicker acetate, it doesn't matter. You can use this. It doesn't always cut that well on the machine, so I would probably suggest cutting it out by hand if you want to use that. Then I have got my foam pads. These aren't super thick ones, but if needs be, what I'll do is layer them up. So that will take a little bit of time, but it will be worth it in the end. I'm using a pre-cut, pre-scored 7-inch square card, that's 17 centimetres. So that is what I'm using for my card, and then that's the envelope that comes with it. If you don't want to use one of these, you can always make your own and cut it on your machine. Then I've got a couple of different adhesives. I've got a wet one here and a dry scoring tape? Scoring tape, I think they call this. I quite like this. It's really strong. It's always guaranteed to stick as well, so I like that one. And then this is my usual Collal glue in this little needle point, which needs cleaning because it's got all gump on the end. Then I'm using a couple of different cardstocks. I've got this nice heart print glittery white, and then this red glitter as well, which I think will look quite nice. And then just my usual, this is actually a scrap piece, but I'm just going to use my usual white 300 GSM cardstock as well. As usual, everything I've used will be down in the description below, so you can check it out if you want to buy the same ones as what I'm using. So now let's jump into Design Space, go through the design, and then we can get started putting everything together. Here's the design that we're going to be using today then, and it is in Cricut Design Space for you to use, and it will be shared on my profile from today. So hopefully you'll be able to use this one if you want to. There are 4 different layers to this project, but the shaker layers here, which is the one that's highlighted at the moment, is I think 4 or 5 worth of a cut. So you're going to see that here. If I just drop down this layer, you can see I've got 5 layers there. I would probably suggest cutting maybe 3 of them and seeing how thick that makes it for you. And don't forget that you're going to be using your foam tape as well to make that layer a little bit thicker also. So we've got 4 layers, as I've said. So the blue one here is the acetate layer. So that's going to be your clear window that we look through to see our little bits and bobs in our shaker. And then this red one here, this is the same size as these ones here, but I think what I'm actually going to do is put an offset on that to make it a little bit thicker so that it really covers up everything, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And then this black layer here is the back of our heart. So what will happen is we'll have this layer, then this one on the top of that, and then this one will come on the top of that. So let me bring that to the front first. So that will go on top of there. And then this one will go on the top of there to cover up all of our mechanics of everything that we've stuck together there. So as I said, I'm just going to make this red one a little bit bigger. So I'm going to select it from the layers panel over here, and I'm going to come over here to the edit pencil menu, and I'm going to come down to where it says offset love here, and I'm going to select it so that it's a nice sharp edge on there. I'm not going to have it as thick as that. I don't want it to be massive. I just want to make it a little bit bigger, Let's go for that and see what that's like. That looks pretty good actually. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of that one. Yeah, let's do that. And then I will turn this one red. So that has taken over now and is now our top frame heart. So what I'm going to do is get these cut out. So if I go through to make, now in fact my maker isn't turned on, so let me turn that on, because otherwise it's going to freak out and not know what it's doing. Okay, that is on. Let's go through to make. I'm not going to save it at the moment, just to make sure that it works. So that is our 4 pieces for bulking up our shaker window. The 5th one is on here. I don't think I'm going to cut that one out. What I am going to do though is just bulk this up a little bit. Let me hide that one. And I'm going to put that one up there like that, so I can get 3 out of 1 sheet of A4 cardstock. I'm not going to cut that one. Let me click on got it. I've just updated Design Space again, so it's giving me all these different options again. So now there's my back layer. Obviously I'm not going to do it in black. I'm going to do it in a different colour. Then our front layer, and then there is our acetate layer. So one thing that is really important when we're cutting out each one of these sections is that we are aware of changing our base material setting. So if we go through on this one here now, this is going to be cardstock. Let me just try this again. 214 is my machine. I don't know why it's trying to connect me to the old one. Okay, so as I was saying, this one is going to be made out of 300 GSM white cardstock. So that is the poster board setting. But then when I come to cut this one, this is going to be acetate. So I'm going to need to make sure that I search for acetate because I haven't got it as a bookmarked material. So I'll go into Browse All Materials and choose a setting for that one. But if I were to go onto this and cut it on the poster board setting, it's probably going to cut through my mat. So let's get this first one set up and ready to go. Okay, here we are then. We've got all our bits cut out. So we've got our acetate piece. This was quite difficult to cut, can't lie about that. It is quite a thin plastic, so it is hard to cut on the machine unless your mat is very, very sticky. Mine is not at the moment. So it cut out most of it, and then I just went round the little bits that it didn't with my scissors. Here's the outline piece. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker than the other pieces that we're going to use, but I think that looks really nice. And then I cut 3 of those pieces to bulk out the shaker panel, and then this one is our back one. So what I'm going to do first of all is glue these together. So what we want to do is just glue around the edges on these. And then I'm just going to pop these on top of one another, and these are literally just to make it a little bit thicker, because normally I would use a craft foam for this. I can't find my craft foam. I've had a bit of well, I say a tidy up, but it's not really a tidy up. I've just shoved stuff everywhere, and that tends to be what I do when I'm in here, and then I end up losing things. So I'll probably come across it when I don't need it. But this works just as well, and is probably a cheaper way of doing it. And also it means that you can craft a little bit of your stash away as well, because you might not want to go out and buy foam for this project. So there we go. There are 3 of those, and as you can see, this is 300 GSM, so it does make it quite thick there, and that's exactly what we want, because then what we'll be able to do is just bulk out the remainder of what we need with those foam tape tabs. So now we're going to bring in our backing card, and what we're going to do now is just put glue all around the outside of this white heart and pop it over the top onto here. This is a really quick project once you've got everything cut out, and it's a really fun one as well. You just want to make sure that you've got glue all the way around, because you don't want any of your little embellishments and hearts and stuff to escape. Let's place that on top of there now. And the thing I like about using a wet glue for this is that if you're not quite accurate, like there, you can see there's a little bit of that, I can just shift that over and move it until I'm happy with its placement, and then I can press it down. If I were using my red score tape, once I put that down onto there, that would be well and truly stuck, and there's no chance of getting that back off there. Okay, that looks fantastic. Okay, now what we want to do is get our foam tape, and we're going to put that all the way around the outside. Now these ones might be a little bit too thick to go on here, so I'm just going to check that with a pair of tweezers. Let me find a pair of my Cricut tweezers. Let's just pull a piece of this up. I've got a feeling that they're going to be alright in some areas but not in all, and that's why I made this heart a little bit thicker, because if any of this is overlapping, you're not going to see it. Now also, if you have them on hand, tape of this is much better than these little squares, because obviously this is going to take some time to put all these on, but I'm not too worried because I'm not in much of a rush. But if you are in a rush, I would suggest that you get the tape and put it all the way around rather than using these little foam pads. But I'm going to do this now, and then once that's done I will come back to you and we will assemble the rest of the shaker together. Here is the heart then, with all of those 3D foam pads on there. I think I'm just going to leave it at one layer because I think that's going to be perfectly adequate. What I'm going to do now then is just grab my little embellishments. So which ones shall we go for first? I really like these, so let's open it all up and see what's in there. I don't know what the best way of opening this is. I can see this going horribly wrong. I'm going to end up with bits of hearts everywhere. Okay, so there's our first bag. Oh, they're all stapled at the top, so that's good. Okie doke. Okay, right, let's get, oops, let's cut the top off of here, and what I'm going to do is put a good, oh, they're rubbery, I thought they were going to be hard. Let's put a good pinch of those in. I'm just going to spread them out. I'm going to be careful that we don't get them onto our foam pads because they are very, very sticky, and it's going to be difficult to get them off of there. Let's do this one. This one's a really tiny bag, so what I might do is just snip that end off of there and just sprinkle some of those in. And then I've got my packet of these. Let's go for quite a full one. So I'm going to put all of those in. And then I'm going to put a few of these little flowers in because these are really cute as well. I want it to be quite full looking. Don't want to scrimp when you're doing a shaker. So the next thing to do then is to get your acetate piece, and you'll want to very carefully place it so that it covers up the whole heart and then it presses down onto those 3D foam pads nice and flat, and you want to give it a really good press down. If you've got a bone folder, which I have somewhere, don't know where mine is at the moment, but I've got a scoring tool actually from my paper trimmer. I'm going to just use that to go all round the outside of there and give it a really good press down. So I want to make sure that everything is really well stuck down. And then as you can see now, if we lift that up, there's our shaker, and it looks fab, doesn't it, already? Let's grab the bigger heart now. This is the outer frame. Let's just clean that little bubble off the glue. And all I'm going to do now is just get my glue and go around the outer edge again of this heart frame. And then this is going to stick over the top of our shaker panel. And because we made that a little bit thicker earlier on, it's going to cover up all of the inner workings of our shaker panel. Again, let's press it down. If you want to, bring back that tool just to go around the outside. There we go, that looks fabulous. Look how cute is that. Then if we grab our card, we can bring our card in, and then we can just position this onto here. Now if we wanted to, we could put some a little panel at the top that says Happy Valentine's Day, or we could just leave it like this. I think I'm just going to leave mine just as a heart. This is our centre line on my cutting mat here, so you can just see that on the camera where my finger is at the bottom. That just represents the centre line. And you could either glue it on with your glue again, you could use your tape, or you could use the foam pads if you wanted to make it even more interesting. But I'm just going to glue mine on. Give it a good old glue, and then pop that in the centre. Give it a good press down. Hope I've got my card the right way around now. There we go. And there is our finished card. Look at that. That is fantastic. I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. Super duper quick project which will really impress anybody that you're sending a Valentine to. So I hope that you've enjoyed this project. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've got any questions or comments, please pop them down below and I will answer them as and when I can. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon for another one. Bye!